Desert and the great American.
There was a time when midnight didn't belong to television. It belonged to a voice, a calm voice, a curious voice, a voice that invited you to question everything you thought you knew. And that voice belonged to Art Bell.
And that's getting to be a mouthful. Good morning, this is Coast to Coast AM. I'm Art Bell. As promised, with us this morning is Graham Hancock.
For more than 3 decades, Art Bell captivated millions of listeners with stories of UFO encounters, ghosts, time travelers, government conspiracies, cryptids, mysterious disappearances, and everything that existed on the edge of reality. But whether you believe the stories or dismiss them entirely, one thing was impossible to deny: that Art Bell changed paranormal broadcasting forever. Art Bell was born Arthur William Bell III on June 17, 1945, in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And from an early age, he developed a fascination with electronics and radio communication. And while many children were outside playing baseball, Art was building transmitters and learning how voices could travel across incredible distances. His passion eventually led him to amateur radio, where he earned his ham radio license and became well known within that community. And before becoming a legendary broadcaster, Art served as a medic in the United States Air Force during the Vietnam War. After leaving military service, he worked at several radio stations across the country, learning the craft that would eventually make him famous. At first, his shows focused on politics and current events, but something was missing. He wanted conversations that stretched the imagination. He wanted mystery. Coast to Coast AM. In 1988, Art Bell launched what would become one of the most influential radio programs in American history, Coast to Coast AM. Broadcast from his home studio in the Nevada desert, Bell reached listeners from every corner of North America, and the timing was perfect. Most people listened after midnight: truck drivers, police officers, hospital workers, insomniacs, night shift employees, people who couldn't sleep, and people who wanted answers to questions mainstream media just rarely discussed, if at all. His signal stretched across hundreds of stations. Eventually, millions tuned in nightly. Unlike many interviewers, Art Bell didn't ridicule his guests. He didn't constantly interrupt them. He simply asked thoughtful questions. And sometimes he challenged extraordinary claims, and sometimes he simply listened. His respectful approach allowed conversations to unfold naturally, and listeners often felt they were sitting in the room with him, and the atmosphere became the show's signature. The darkness outside, the glow of the dashboard, the quiet hum of a radio, and Art Bell asking, "So, what happened next?" And no subject was too strange. Over the years, Art Bell explored UFO sightings, alien abductions, Area 51, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, other cryptids, ghosts and haunted locations, psychic phenomena, government cover-ups, secret military technology, ancient civilizations, time travel, the Philadelphia experiment, near-death experiences, shadow people, men in black, remote viewing, survival after death, and so many others. And many of these topics later became staples of paranormal television. Art Bell had been discussing them years before they became mainstream. Perhaps the most famous moment in Bell's career occurred on September 11th, 1997. A frantic man claiming to be a former employee of Area 51 called into the program. Some of you may remember. He sounded terrified. He claimed secret government agencies knew about ETs. He warned that civilization faced catastrophic events, and then something bizarre happened. The satellite feed suddenly failed. The show abruptly went off air. Coincidence? Technical function? Or something else? Today, listeners continue debating what really happened then. The recording has become one of the most famous moments in paranormal radio history. Bell interviewed an incredibly variety of guests. Some were respected scientists, others were authors, military personnel, researchers, psychics, whistleblowers, and people whose claims were almost impossible to verify. And among his memorable guests were Whitley Strieber, Stanton Friedman, John Lear, Richard C. Hoagland, Linda Moulton Howe, and Father Malachi Martin. Each brought stories that challenged conventional thinking. Whether factual or speculative, they sparked conversations that continued today. Not everyone appreciated Art Bell's approach. Scientists criticized some of the extraordinary claims presented on the program. Skeptics argued that Bell occasionally gave too much airtime to unsupported theories. Bell himself often responded by saying he wasn't trying to prove anything. His goal was conversation. He believed listeners were intelligent enough to reach their own conclusions. That philosophy became one of the reasons the show remained so successful for decades. Behind the microphone, Bell experienced tremendous personal loss. His wife Ramona passed away unexpectedly in 2006, and that tragedy deeply affected him. Over the years, he announced retirement several times before returning to broadcasting in various forms, including Dark Matter and Midnight in the Desert. Despite repeated retirements, audiences always welcomed him back. Well, Art retired permanently in 2015, and on April 13th, 2018, he passed away at the age of 72. But his influence never disappeared. Today's paranormal podcasts, YouTube channels, live streams, and mystery documentaries all owe something to the format Bell helped popularize. His style wasn't built on shouting or sensationalism, but rather it was built on curiosity. He asked questions, he let people speak, and he invited listeners to think for themselves. And even now, years after his final broadcast, countless fans, including myself, continue replaying old episodes in the middle of the night. The stories remain timeless. The mysteries remain unsolved. And somewhere in the imagination of millions of listeners, somewhere in the desert, Art Bell is still sitting behind the microphone, welcoming everyone back. From the high desert, this is Coast to Coast. Because for those who love the strange, the mysterious, and the unexplained, the night, well, it will always belong to Art Bell. And as always, I thank you for watching.